truth plus time equals trust. So I just told the truth, long term, got it. And that's
Hold up. That was good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Elite Seminar Unscripted, and I mean literally unscripted. Just met. We've been chatting away.
best friends.
And then someone said, hey, you guys should talk on mic and on camera. And so we're doing it.
We are doing it. Super excited to be here. And I'm excited to be with you, man.
Yeah, well, not for much longer. I asked tough questions and let's go. Now we're going to have a conversation about what obviously excites both of us, which is personal branding. For everyone watching, obviously personal branding is necessary, right? It's not one of those things you go, oh, it'd be nice to, maybe I should know. Necessary. So first question to you, and feel free to, because I don't want this to be an interrogation.
No, of course. I feel interrogated.
Yeah. But why? Of all the things you could do, of all the things you're talented in, why did you focus on personal branding?
So I like telling stories, first and foremost. I like metaphors, I like analogies. And this is the one I could probably give that will maybe resonate the most. Is there's 3 parts. I love the part. The number 3 is my favorite number, right?
Let's
ABC, 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. 3 Musketeers, 3 Amigos. Oh, power of 3. So imagine I'm in a car. And the car is like the vehicle to get to the destination.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe, and the first step is understanding what your vehicle is. So in this, like, you know, this world, it's a Rolls Royce. I'm in the Rolls Royce. But if you're walking down the street and I see you looking suave, looking fly down the streets here in Budapest, and I pull alongside you in the Rolls Royce and I say, hey, get in.
Okay.
You're like, nice car, but
sus.
no. So the second thing is the driver is the brand.
Ooh.
So let's say, I don't know if you're a fan or not, I'm Taylor Swift.
Okay, not a fan. Beyonce.
Okay, I nearly went with Beyonce.
You chose wrongly.
I was like, right, Beyonce. Okay, we'll go Swiftie. She's more on brand right now.
Is like a 16-year-old white girl.
I don't know. But now I know. Mental notes, Dan, Beyonce. All right. So I'm Beyonce. Obviously, I'm not Beyonce, but imagine that I'm Beyonce,
No,
right?
I'm imagining it.
You're imagining it. Looks good. Good image.
Yeah.
So Beyonce is driving in the Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, jump in.
Yeah, I'm moist.
Like,
Let's go.
all right. Good. So you're in the car. I'm just about to go. You're super excited. You've gone on your Instagram. You're talking all this fun stuff. And then you start thinking, where are we going? I'm in Beyonce. Like the brand is Beyonce. The car is the vehicle. Where are we going? You need a destination.
Nice.
You would not be sat on a plane on a runway and the captain says, ladies and gentlemen, we have no idea where we're going today. Like, are you excited about this? Everyone will be like, no, I'm off. So for me, personal branding, I've always known that what I do is valuable. I know my car is a Rolls Royce. I always know the destination is I want to change lives. That's a surface level. But I struggle with the branding. Like, how do I do that? And I just realized over time, truth plus time equals trust. So I just told the truth, long term, got it. And that's
Hold up. That was good. Truth
plus time equals trust.
I like that.
It's simple. You got to keep it simple, right?
Trademark that.
No, you can if you want. I'll let you have that one.
I like that a lot. Okay, so since we're dishing out tips, we're not even like selling and be like, sign up to this course. We're just giving our best tips. I like it. So here's the deal. For me, personal branding is all about connection and empathy to your audience, which means the more time you spend knowing who your target audience is, the better you can craft your story, make all that connection. Because even if I'm Beyonce in a Rolls Royce, I'm not just going around picking up anybody.
No, true.
So I think understanding your audience and doing social listening. I think too often we're trying to do our dream niche rather than actually going, who's actually engaging, who's actually connecting, who's actually our community. And I think that's super important. So for me, personal branding is, as much as I have visions of grandeur and being as big as Beyonce, anyone else, or being you, you know, Frazer, Brookes, 300,000 followers. And at this point, 2024, watch this space. 2025, we're going to get to half a million.
That's true. Oh, yeah.
So easily. You're like, shh, those are small goals, Dan Ram.
Come on, Dan.
But a big part of driving that success is not going, oh, I wish I had the billionaires. It's going, who's actually my community? And how can I give them incredible value? So they're connecting with me, that they're engaging with me, that they understand my story, and doing that on repeat over and over and over again.
There's a great quote. I don't know. I don't remember exactly if it was Zig Ziglar or Jim Rohn, or they had a meeting together and someone said it and they were like, ooh.
What was it?
But you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? And I think a lot of times, especially in the network marketing space, is we just look, I want everyone. I just want everyone in my team. And then you get into a situation when you're in environments and you're excited, but you're not necessarily in excited conversation because you're talking about so many different things. And I think it's like the who is more important than the how in this example. Like, you got to know who you want to work with. You want to know who is your mentor before you go into like, how do I do this? How do I do this? So with branding, it's really great to know who, and then like, who do I want to help and what do I want to help them achieve? But the who do you want to help is the first stage. Otherwise you go, oh, I really want to help women who love pink flamingos, purple flamingos. It's just, come on. It's too neat. It's too niche to begin with.
Way too niche.
So focus on the who to begin with.
But on the topic of who, I think the very next thing, or maybe even a step before to know the who, and this is the debate, you tell me which one happens first, is knowing what's the pain point, right? So as an entrepreneur, which is what I was doing before I hit the stage, the best businesses were the ones that dealt with the problem, not the solution.
100%.
There's too many people out there who's like, I got the newest phone. Well, if everyone's already got a phone, they don't, what's the big deal? But if it's like, I can't stay in touch with my family, the phone. I don't know how to get around town, the phone. I have all these amazing moments I want to capture, the phone, right? Then it becomes easy, focus on the pain point. So what happens first? Is it you figure out the pain point of your community and then figure out who's most affected by the pain point? Or do you first find those 5 and listen to them and go, what is the pain point? And then hit them with something.
So I would find your twin.
Okay.
I would just go,
explain that.
Who's me? Like, who was me when I was in a painful situation? So I'm 36 now, 36, male, married, kid, another on the way. Like, what are the pains that I have? Because I can talk to these people. I know their language. I know where they're hanging out. I know what's normal. I know what's weird. But if I go, let's say I'm 60 something, a man, and I'm like, I'm looking for 18-year-old single girls. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's another problem.
It's a big problem. Yeah. So we want to find like our identical twin, because it's easy to identify the pains of people just like us.
Because you're in that journey.
It's fun. You want to be in that. You want to be in that conversation. You want to go on the incentive trip. You want to go to the events. You want to go for meals with people like you, right? And then you can expand it on like, okay, I want people like me who are in the future, So
my guess is you and I could talk about this for 2-3 hours.
100%.
Given that we probably only have a couple more minutes of their attention, we always have unlimited recording time, but attention is very short in this world.
That's true.
Let's go beginner, intermediate, advanced, right? So we don't know who's actually listening to this or watching this, but assuming beginner is don't have social media, have been avoiding it, but I just at that point where I go, I got to start creating content. Intermediate is I've got a couple hundred followers, maybe even a couple thousand. I'm creating content consistently, but I think I can do more. And advanced is I got this. I even got products. I'm even selling. I've got ambassadors, but I want to be elite. Right. So what would be our top tips for those 3 levels?
So I think beginner level would be, when it comes to content creation, would be post, just repeat. Like, you go into the gym. What's your why? Like, why are you in this business? Why do you want, like, just why till you cry? What hurts you is the acronym why. What are the benefits? And then who are you looking for? And then, so you got day 1, why? Day 2, what? Day 3, who? Day 4, why? And you just keep repeating it.
It's so good.
Day 7, have a break.
It's so good.
Like you would in the gym, you would have a break. And then people could do this, Dan, they say, yeah, but I'm repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. How many times have you listened to Beyonce song? I mean, or Taylor Swift song, over and over and over again, until you have certainty that if you're driving in the car, you go over a speed bump and the CD player, right? A radio, whatever, crashes for some reason.
Only 36.
I know, but I like to live I like to live in the painful situation of when I was younger, right? The Walkman, okay? Like, imagine you know the words so well because you've repeated it over and over and over again.
Like
that you can keep singing the song. And what gets repeated gets remembered, and what gets remembered gets repeated. So if I repeat the same thing, you remember it because you've seen me talk about it, so that you can go tell it to someone else.
I like it. And my tip will be one step even before that, which is I'm so proud of you for taking that step. I just say, just keep doing it. This formula is great. And so if you're already thinking about like, okay, but I don't know what to do, then this is it.
Yeah.
But I think for a lot of us, it's just saying that yes in our own head, because you'll come up with so many reasons why you shouldn't do it. Too busy, too tired, don't have the right makeup, don't have the right background, or whatever. It's noisy. But if you just get in the habit of doing it, think about your personal brand, which, by the way, it's not just content creation. That's where a lot of the attention is going. It could be updating your website, could be updating your LinkedIn account, it could be doing your business cards, it could be anything. Just do something. Give yourself 15 minutes in your calendar every day. Set a reminder and just say, you know, I'm going to do something. Because you do that over 30 days or whatever, it becomes a habit. And then your brain just starts clicking in ahead going, what can I do tomorrow? What can I do today? I can prepare me for tomorrow. So that would be my beginner. It's just get in the habit of doing.
Yeah, I think like that is beginner. What I said maybe is then more intermediate on this scale. And then the next phase would be get really active in the messenger, because the money is in the messenger.
Okay.
Like if we become, there's a difference between notification based and algorithm based. Algorithm based is I post a reel, please Mr. or Mrs. Universe, please let it go viral.
Yeah.
Right? Notification based is, ooh, I have a notification, or ooh, I have a message. Click. We want that. We want our business to be based on notifications, not on the algorithm. Therefore, let's say you follow me, which you did recently. I felt I screenshotted it. Like I sent it to my family. I was like, the guy's following me. Like, I'm so excited. We're going to have a celebration party when I go back to my family.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm just kidding. I watch my own content.
I'll cancel my family. You know, my family. It's a big thing when I get home. So when you follow me, my goal is to then message you, personal message. Hey, Dan, super excited to be connected with you here on Instagram. Let's say it's Instagram, which is a platform that we're connected on, right? Go follow him. So, hey, Dan, great to be connected with you here on Instagram. Super excited to get to know your story. You may or may not know, but I help who to what? How can I help you today? Question mark. The best thing on the keypad is the question mark. Yeah, there's rocket emojis, there's fire emojis, there's purple flamingo emojis, whatever, right? But the question mark. You then come back, maybe, and say, yeah, I've been following for a while. Like, how do I do this on social media? I'm now going to create a piece of content around it. And then I'm going to send it to you and say, hey, Dan, I did this. Thanks for the advice. Hope it helps. Yeah, that really helped. Now what's happened is it's created trust, created credibility. And now you look up to me as a resource of, hey, if I need more like this, maybe I'll reach out. And you can turn that conversation into conversions, commissions, however you like, really. But you be a good human first, and then the rest of the process falls into place.
I love that.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we forget... Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
One of the things that we forget often is just the importance of dialogue. I think so much of content and marketing is just one way, sales, promote, look at me. And what you're doing with the questions, you're creating conversation. Yeah. You're creating dialogue. And the same tip I would give is, as fast as possible, move it into a space where you're just like actually engaging in real conversation. Because even though it's tedious, it gives you the best insights. I think we move too quickly into, I want to create the viral content that 1 million people will see. And then what? But instead you have the 5 people that you actually have conversation with, you know who they are, you know their pain points, you know how you can help them, and they know how you can, and this is exactly what you're saying, you make it very clear what your value proposition is. Now you're moving.
And then when it comes to like more advanced is
elite level.
Elite level, like what's your repeatable hook that actually becomes your brand? Great example of this, we were talking off camera before, Sam Squib. What's your dream?
What's your dream? Ask, every video starts with that. What's your dream? What's your dream?
And I find myself, I know exactly what the hook is, but I find myself watching every single video.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's your dream? I wonder what their dream is. Because I know mine. Right? You know yours. I want to know what other people's are like.
What's your hook?
You know what? My hook is not, it's not Squibby.
Okay.
I need to make it more Simon Squibby. Yeah. Mine's more like, I start with hey legends. That's like my thing. I like to affirm that people listening are legendary. Yeah. I have this whole thing where it's not a loser, it's a legend, you know? It's a big thing. It's not trademarked.
No.
So maybe
I'll trademark that too.
You guys. But yeah, what's the hook? And I think that's more advanced down the line when you get into content creation and so, but...
That's interesting. I don't have a hook either that way, and Simon Squibb and others like him who are really big on social media right now are inspiring to me. I have a phrase, start now, start simple, because I think the part I can do is take what is complicated, what is confusing, and bring clarity.
Brilliant.
That's most of the people I coach and do workshops for, that's the moment. They have got the dream, they've got the ambition, they don't have the path. And for some reason, what they're unable to unblock, I get it instantly. I don't know how, but that's my thing. But it's not a hook because I can't go up to someone and say, start now, start simple. Like I have to have something like, but the question would be something like, what's stopping you?
What are you overthinking?
Yeah,
Or
what are you
what's
overthinking?
stopping-
What's your obstacle or something?
What's your biggest challenge? What's your number one challenge?
Yeah.
It's not squibby. It's not squib level,
No.
but it's there's something that can be worked with that.
That's true.
That is something.
But the elite level recommendation, I guess, that we're both agreeing on here is really, really, really know your niche and dominate. And it doesn't have to be a big one because what's your dream blocks out 5,000 other possible questions. But it's the one that works. And that's all you need is you need the one that works. And do it on repeat.
And I feel on this as well, there's a social media superpower.
Okay.
It's super simple. Most people are scared to do, but I have to tell the story around it.
What is?
So, who do you think is the most, or who's your favorite superhero?
Oh,
Who's the one that comes into mind first?
the Ryan Reynolds character I can't remember the name of now.
Oh,
Right, that
Deadpool.
one. Yes,
That
Deadpool.
one.
Yes. I don't know why I was blocking.
You know what? Him, Wolverine, I like those two guys. And I think for me, the most popular statistically is Superman.
Yeah.
Now, when Superman first was introduced,
Uh-huh.
he was bulletproof, could fly,
Okay.
could kill any of the enemies, and it was a flop. And it was a flop because he had no weakness.
Yeah.
The writers then introduced kryptonite,
Yeah.
and he took off, became the most popular superhero there's ever been. And if you think about it from a different perspective, the real superpower that he had was vulnerability.
Right.
Because if he didn't have that vulnerability, he wouldn't be popular. The writers would write him out, and he wouldn't exist. So, being perfect on social media is not where it's at.
That's good.
It's what is the before story, what was the decision, and what's the after state. Like before I came to Elite Seminar, I was doubting things. I wasn't too sure, but a friend of mine almost convinced me to buy my ticket and get resourceful using different things going on, whatever. I even sold a PlayStation, whatever, right? This is a story. And then the after state is, it's day one, it's day two. I am absolutely buzzing. I've got my ticket for the next one. Everything's changing from this. I'm so happy I made that decision. You can too. Like, simple. I mean, I'm not them, but like, what's the before state? What was the decision? What's the after state? In a compliant way that's not faking or exaggerating, you know?
And that magically brings us to the last 20 seconds
Oh.
of our unscripted Elite Seminar chats.
You crushed it.
I don't know what we were crushing, but something happened. But most importantly, genuinely, from both of us, thank you for listening. And we hope that some part of it was of value. The important part is we're both active on social media all the time. So this conversation doesn't have to just happen one way like this. We're happy for dialogue. Drop us a DM with a question. We'll respond.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see where this leads for them. And I'm always open to help people. And I'm happy about that. See you soon, guys.